Beautiful Canadian teen with so much potential taken down by cyberbullying. The taunting Amanda Todd endured online was too much, and she decided to take her own life. Unfortunately, her story is not unique, and cyberbullying is apparently growing. And joining us now is Amanda's mother and anti-cyberbullying advocate, Carol Todd. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Cyberbullying, we've heard about it over the last number of years. How do we measure that it's growing now?
Well, there's been some research studies done in the UK, in the US, and in Canada, and it's been noted that face-to-face bullying is decreasing, but cyberbullying is increasing, and for the reason that it's so easily accessible through social media and mobile devices.
Now, to remind people, what happened to Amanda is that there was one person who was essentially following her online wherever she went. Is that how it started?
That's how it started, and so Amanda had gone on some chat lines on her computer, and she befriended some people that she thought were teenagers her own age, and so one of them convinced her that she was beautiful and pretty, and convinced her to bare her chest, and at the other end they took an image of it. And so the story goes is that they threatened her, you need to show us more pictures, give us more pictures, do some shows for us, or we're going to post this image online. And then they did, because my daughter didn't do that, didn't bow to their requests, and that was the start of the story, because after that image was put online, her peers started to taunt her and make fun of her and call her names, and even online they cyber harassed her, and we call it cyber abuse, right? And so she became depressed and paranoid and hypersensitive to people looking at her and watching her. She developed anxiety and depression, and the story went on.
So how do we stop this? You've got some ideas for how to stop this.
Well, part of it's education. We need to educate our adults, our adult caregivers, our parents. We need to educate our kids on what to do, how to use social media safely. We need to put preventions in place, and we need to put deterrents in place. And deterrents include using products such as apps or reporting devices. And we always share with it, you know what, you need to tell. You need to tell someone if something's going on in your life and something's going on in social media. You need to share it so that an adult can come help you, and that's with you know, app innovations and telecoms and people working on that.
One of the interesting things, the bullying can be so complicated because it starts with someone predatory out there.
Yes.
But as you mentioned, the peers are a part of it, because you can't put the genie back in the bottle there. There's a dozen friends. There's kids who are probably nice kids, but they're 14, 15. How do you fix that? Does the education have to take place in the schools as well, or in families?
Families. It takes a village to raise a child, and so the schools, I know that lots of families think it's the school's sole responsibility to educate our kids, but it's not just the schools. It has to be the schools, it has to be the homes, it has to be the governments, it has to be community efforts, business organizations, and everyone working together to make sure that our kids are safe. And it's not only kids, it's our kids grow into youth, and the youth grow into young adults, because it's happening in the young adult world too. But we talk about anti-bullying programs. We have to focus on teaching kids how to be kind and respectful, and we usually do that when our kids are born. And so we work on please, thank yous, manners. We need to continue to focus on that in schools, in communities, at home, open the discussions up more, bring back old-fashioned values of, you know, having dinner times, having conversation times, having no tech time in homes, and just sharing and caring and making sure we all respect our bodies, respect each other, and respect our environment, and then we'll see a decrease in the abuse people are doing to each other.
Such a great point, because the technology has been so largely unregulated. Thank you so much, Carol. Really well put, and we appreciate your insight.